105.1.
It's Power 105.1. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. We have a special guest in the building from Love and Hip Hop, New York, L'Oreal. L'Oreal. Well, good morning, L'Oreal.
Good morning.
Let's get right into it.
She really kept her composure last night.
Well, let's first talk about what made you do Love and Hip Hop, New York. Why would you do it?
Oh, man, I just felt like it would be a good exposure, you know, for me and my career and my music. And, you know, it's something that I feel like I needed for my music to get a little bigger, get out there a little more.
You still feel that way after recording all these episodes?
Oh, my God. I mean, like, after maybe, like, the second week of me filming, I was like, wait a minute, did I make a mistake? Like, and all of my friends that are artists and stuff like that, they was calling me, and even some people in this room, like, are you sure you want to do this? You know, it may not be the best decision because who knows, you know, are they going to focus on your music? Are they going to focus on the drama? And, you know, we know Love and Hip Hop is pretty much known for the drama.
Right. But, you know, if you've ever been around L'Oreal should have a camera in her face in some way, shape, or form. L'Oreal is a very entertaining person.
That's what I heard.
I've heard L'Oreal tell people, I'm going to spit on you. You'll be dead in the morning.
Oh, my goodness.
L'Oreal kicked my homeboy out of her car in L.A.
I kicked you out, too. It was your birthday.
I kicked both of us out.
No. She told Charlamagne he could stay, but your friend got to go. Charlamagne, as a friend, can't leave his friend, so in essence, you got kicked out. And let me tell you what happened after y'all got kicked out the car.
What happened?
We went to the club.
We went to the club and turned up.
Without y'all.
For your birthday.
Without him. I heard you was on the side of the street walking up the block.
Listen, I was leaving because I didn't want no situation. Because L'Oreal told my homeboy she would spit on him, and I know L'Oreal would spit on him, and I know he probably would have hit her, and so we had to get out the car.
Like, I would have ran his big ass over.
Exactly. That would have gotten bad real quick.
But to keep it real, you know, L'Oreal and I are good friends, and we had a discussion before she did the show about not making a fool of yourself on TV.
Absolutely.
And that's a big deal. And the other day, Marlon Wayans pulled me to the side and was like, listen, if you ever do any type of reality show, I don't ever want to see you on there fighting nobody, hitting nobody, because you have bigger things that you need to do. You have endorsement deals. You have deals with corporations, and you can't go on TV and embarrass yourself.
Looking like a monkey. I didn't see last night's episode, but I seen that L'Oreal almost got it popping. Now, what happened last night? Can somebody explain what happened?
L'Oreal can explain, I think.
I got to explain? Okay. So, basically, the girl, I feel like Erica is crazy. Like, that's my personal opinion and opinion of other people, everybody, period. And we was just in a club, everything was fine, and then out of nowhere, homegirl went to the bathroom, came back a little turned up, and then from there, you know, it's like Tasmanian devil. So
definitely cocaine use.
Let's be clear though. You and Erica were friends.
Let's be clear. Me and Erica were acquaintances.
For TV. Please say for TV.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was for TV. I'm not going to say I never ain't see her in a club. And, you know, I fed the girl a couple times. Like, you know, she ain't had the $10 for Roscoe's. It's okay. I gave it. You know,
I remember when we was in L.A. and she came and sat at our table at the club and everything.
She had the cup out for drinks and all of that, trying to, you know, jump up on the couch.
I thought she had the cup out for change. I thought she wanted people for change.
Same thing.
In the cup.
You know, she drink or change. She takes either one.
But so I'm confused because she did, I remember, used to call you a lot and be like,
she did.
Let's, you know, and what did I say when she used to call you?
Don't answer that phone while I'm sitting right here, please. You like, I don't want her hanging out with us.
So then all of a sudden she decided that okay, now from the show, from the look of it last night, you said something to her about her baby daddy.
Yeah.
All right, what did you say?
What you gonna do, kick him in the head like you did your baby father? And I was talking about Rich.
Now, what made you say that? Because some people feel like that's what set her off.
Maybe it did. I mean, I said it because that's what happened.
Yeah, it was a video on World Star. She kicked the baby dad. I didn't know if she kicked him. I know they was arguing in the street or something.
I don't know what she was doing. She was fighting in the street like always, and she just looked crazy. So to me, I said it. You look crazy again, like I've seen you before, and that's how off. But I mean, if you look crazy, you're the person making yourself look crazy. So what are you mad at me for?
Did you and Erica come to the club in a gypsy cab? Because I saw her leaving a gypsy cab. I ain't never known you to ride no gypsy cab.
Nah, you already know. You know how I ride around.
Yeah.
My whips is new.
So where did the beef start from? Because it seems like you guys were arguing or you guys were fighting or something. Where did it start from?
See, it's crazy because, like, with the editing on TV, they can only show you a certain amount of time. So we was really outside for like 30 minutes, and she was yelling and arguing with Rich. The argument just was going on, and it was literally about nothing. And I'm like, yo, just get in a car, you embarrassing me. Like, that's how I felt. I don't do that. Like, yeah, I talked to your boy crazy, but I felt like because he talked to me crazy. I'm not just going to go in the street yelling, and, you know, it was in the car when our thing happened. But either way, I just feel like you look like a maniac. So from there, it was like we were going back and forth, like, pretty much the whole end of the conversation, but y'all just caught the clip where, you know, she tried to turn up or whatever, but you know it didn't faze me because I know more than enough stuff and seen more than enough stuff, you know, than Erica and got her butt whipped so many times. Like it's not even funny. She just need to stop, man. You somebody mother, like, and you out there doing all that. I think it's she should be ashamed of herself. It's embarrassing.
Why did you even consider doing a song with her though?
You know, I don't know. It was a gaffle. Yeah, it was a gaffle. You know, when they asked me about it, I was like, all right, you know, we on the same show, whatever. That's another check for me, you know, for my episode. I asked Angela about it. She was like, absolutely not. You know what I mean? I asked everybody about it. They was like, absolutely not. And I asked more so as a joke because I knew, like, I seen the same episode y'all seen. Like, the girl can't hold a note. Like,
but
she's
sometimes
terrible.
you think, because I feel like you felt like that's my friend.
That's true. You know, I would, like I said,
stop using that word friend for her.
I don't, because you're my friend.
No,
you guys are
but
friends
in a
to
way,
me.
y'all, you felt like y'all was somewhat cool, and you was like, she asked me to do something, I can't tell her no.
I guess we could say something like that.
That's a lesson learned, because I was saying you can't just do stuff with people because you're cool somewhat with them. You got to at least believe in what they're doing now. There was a lot of blog posts yesterday about the tweets that were flying back and forth.
Oh, by the way, I was trending yesterday.
What tweets? What went down? I don't know.
Okay, so first let's talk about Erica's tweets. She said, I'm the reason why she's even on the show. So, yes, I gave you life, love and hip-hop. You're welcome. And thank me for being on Best Female Rapper. LOL.
Why do chicks think they popping so crazy? Like, Rich swear he Diddy, and that chick swear she Cassie.
Listen, that's far from the truth. First
So
of
is
all,
she the reason that you're on the show? Because that's what she's claiming.
Absolutely not. Shout out to Marty, who works for Mona Scott, who's the person that called me up and is the person that put me on the show.
Okay.
And
then,
Mona.
Then you tweeted, she don't claim her son, and the guy she claims don't claim her. She ain't got no worries. So she has a son.
Yeah, so I heard. Allegedly.
Okay, so
everybody else's kid is on the show.
She
like,
has a baby
her?
daddy. You don't have one. You pointed out on the show last night.
Because she said something to me about my baby. I'm like, I don't have any kids. I'm smart.
Well, when we come back, let's
you got some breasts that need some kids, though,
Listen, but they're not implants. Because I've seen people on there talking about, look at her implant. No.
Leave L'Oreal alone, Charlamagne.
He's so nasty.
Listen, I've been trying to fondle L'Oreal for
a couple
years.
Remember when I walked in on him talking about it?
Yeah, L'Oreal walked in the room and I'm telling every man, I was out of L'Oreal.
I was like, I'm right here.
Go ahead, thirsty man.
Yes, and one thing they were saying last night, they were trying to say that your breasts were fake.
Yeah, they're not.
Not at all. You actually have some of the best breasts that I've ever bared witness to.
I know you always look at them like my eyes are up here, Charlamagne.
You know what's crazy? I always tell people L'Oreal reminds me of my aunt, man. I got this real pretty Aunt Lottie, right?
You would bang your aunt.
No.
Yes, you're nasty.
I got this real pretty Aunt Lottie, and the voice and everything, same complexion, everything.
All right, let's move on and forget about
Did she molest you when you were younger?
No, it wasn't her. That was this other chick named
Oh, my
Lisa.
God.
All right.
All right, so L'Oreal, let's talk about some of the other people on the show that you're cool with, okay? Now, you're also cool with a girl named Winter who's writing a tell-all.
She's a bird. You got to talk to her. She is
said
a
that
bird.
she worked with people and slept with them and knew their wives and girlfriends and side pieces.
Listen, you should have told her that the camera adds 15 pounds, but she should have lost 40 before she got.
Yo, I hate you right now.
So are you cool with her on the show? Is that another storyline we need to be watching?
That's definitely another storyline everyone should be watching. I know Winter for a little amount of time, for a while, matter of fact. And it's interesting because, you know, who would have ever known we would be in this position where we're both on this show. So it's like a lot of stuff that I know about her and it's stuff that she thinks she really knows about me. But, you know, we'll see how it unfolds. I don't want to give away too much.
So you could possibly be in her book.
I don't. Next question.
Oh, my goodness.
I don't know anything about a book.
I don't understand why girls got to get on TV and play themselves like that. Like, yo, if you're going to do the show, do the show. You don't got to go in there and say you slept with this person and that person. Like, especially a dude from the 90s. Like, how old is your vagina?
Come on. Just saying.
From the 90s. Now, what about Olivia? Olivia was up here the other day. And
straight face real quick.
Is that somebody that you would consider working with?
You know what? I actually really liked Olivia at one point in time until I was watching a Breakfast Club interview and I seen her take like a little cheap shot at me.
Yeah, she said you talked about it one time and said something about it, I believe.
Yeah, nah, she had a problem because she said I said something about Rich. And, you know, I'm looking at it like, first of all, I know Rich longer than you know Rich. So if I got a problem with Rich because of something that he said about me, that's between me and Rich. You know what I mean? I'll big her up. Anytime they ask me, like, you know, what's your role on the show? And I'm like, me and Olivia are the only two artists on there, other than, obviously, Joe and Consequence.
No, Tahiri's not no goddamn artist.
What? She said he got a
Tahiri's
deal on the table?
exploring. She's exploring with her music.
I already told
you know.
Tahiri, we just want to look at her. We don't want to hear nothing that comes out of her mouth.
So what's your problem with Rich? Because you mentioned Rich. We're talking to L'Oreal.
Yeah, I feel like Rich is a bozo, and like I don't,
Stupid, yo.
I don't associate myself with people like that.
Why? Well, like, what's the problem?
Don't you think Rich is looking a little crazy, like he might be on some drugs or something?
I don't know.
Like, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the drinking or, you know, he's hanging out with somebody that's dipping in the drugs, so maybe they're putting him onto it. You know what I mean? But I don't mess with him like that. I'm cool on Rich.
And he had that little silver chain on last night. I'm like, yeah, that's a coke fiend chain.
He looking like he looking like Bobby Brown.
Word up, yo.
Version. He making y'all light skinned boys look bad.
Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth.
I'm just saying, you know, I'm
Now,
team light skinned, but come on.
Let me also ask you about Yandy and Mandisi on the show. So now there's all these reports in the news and everything about Mandisi, and he said some trial starting. Do you know anything about that? Are you cool with him?
No, I don't know anything about that. I know Yandy, me and Yandy are real cool, and you know, I don't know anything about anything going on with Mandisi.
Ooh, sounds like a statement.
So
and we were talking about this behind the scenes. How come we don't see you in the promos for Love and Hip Hop? Like, I didn't see you on the intro.
I was pissed off.
Me too. We was together with that. Nah, really, I just feel like, you know, that it may be a little favoritism on the show. You know what I mean? And I may not be one of the favorites as yet, you know, but that's cool to me. Like, I don't mind that. You know, I'm doing this for exposure for my music, regardless. Like, you know, I still got my followers up last night. You know, shout out to everybody that tuned in.
Can you rap? I need to hear something because a lot of people
might not
have, they might not have heard of her as an artist before this. That's the whole point of doing the show. We know you were signed to Red Cafe previously.
I want to talk about that too a little bit.
What? Uh-oh.
Now,
boy, don't
you know, and it's not even no disrespect to him, but you know what I mean.
When you say no disrespect, you
about to say something so disrespectful.
No disrespect to nobody, but we run New York. Nah. The thing is, you know, a lot on the episode, like behind my back, I heard a lot of people like L'Oreal from, the Shakedown. Oh, not with Shakedown no more. Like, you know, I heard that, like, no, I'm not with Shakedown no more. Please be clear.
Right.
Like, I'm independent, out of their league, OTL. I do my own stuff. I don't have no help from no other artists, no nothing. Like, so I just want to make that clear. Like, I haven't been signed to Shakedown for a long time, and even when I was with Shakedown, I was barely with Shakedown. Like, I had to fight to get on them damn records. So, you know, I just want to make it clear there's no beef between me and him, but no longer Shakedown, please.
Red Cafe would have popped off if it wasn't for Envy.
Envy play a drop.
Red was
Envy
Red
still
was in
used
a
that
good
drop
space.
though. Envy did get a drop out of it.
Oh my God.
Red was in a good space until he started rocking with it.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Envy. Don't cut my mic off right now, but you know, I just want to make that clear.
Oh my God.
But it is important to focus on the music, and I would love to hear you do something.
All right, well, can I curse or am I gonna?
No, you cannot curse. You try
I'm gonna try to.
She can't do nothing without cursing.
I can.
All right, go ahead, go.
You stop, increase your cash flow. I ain't let him pop. He just licked my. Dominant, with hoes I never congregate, get money, shop and penetrate. He pushing it, I'm losing weight, be on the run. Isabel Morange just for fun. You hoes ain't got no fucking funds. Go Remy like start packing guns. Billboard bound bitch #1. These is on my honey buns. All this kush up in my lungs. My head on straight, he speaking tongues. Champagne rain already done. Talk. I murdered them, I murdered them, I murdered them. Never even heard of them. Out of they league, that's word to M. Think I look, please. Fat ass and tease. Pray for me. I get him on their knees, rap Oprah. My be a super soaker. Got him wrapped around my legs, put him in a choker. He hooked on the yummy, I'm addicted to money. Being broke, that's a joke, that's why I look at him funny.
Oh my goodness.
Make my hard rap, son.
She says it herself, but some words and on some words not.
I tried to edit all the words. I curse a lot.
She's not kid friendly.
But you know the one thing I like about L'Oreal? I don't care where you at. You like L'Oreal rap. L'Oreal gonna snap.
Yeah.
In the middle of the street, leaving the club, don't even matter. L'Oreal be ready to go.
You gotta prove yourself. You know, I'm a female. Nobody really believes females can rap like that. So you just, when people ask you to rap off top, you just gotta go in. And
I was in the club with L'Oreal, and we seen Iman Shumpert. And I was like, Iman Shumpert started rapping, then L'Oreal started rapping, and we had a party. And I'm
yeah,
like,
we had a battle in the middle. Nah, it wasn't like that. But, you know, shout out to him. Like, it was cool because it's just fun to do stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's like showing off a little bit, and I like to show off.
Well, L'Oreal's here. You want to holler at 800-585-1051. Now, L'Oreal, before you go, I want you to describe, if you can, one word, everybody on the show. We're going to name a person, and you got one word to describe.
Oh, God. Here we go.
All right, let's do it.
All right.
See, I got to, did I smoke it too much this morning?
Here we go.
You got to give me a couple seconds.
No, here we go. Joe Button.
Vest.
Okay.
Jean vest.
The best that ever did it.
Rocky Thunder.
The best that ever did it.
Rocky Thunder.
I don't know. I don't know Rocky that well.
Tahiri.
Ass.
Yes.
Rashida.
Red hair. I don't know what to say
That's
about
it.
that.
Olivia.
Sneak disser. I can't just have one word.
I got it. Whatever you want to say. First thing that come to your mind.
All right.
Olivia.
Sneak disser. That's what I think.
Okay.
Took a mad jab at me on here for no ass reason.
Rich
though.
Dollar.
Bozo. I already made that clear.
Erica Mena.
Fiend.
Bozo and Fiend.
Oh my gosh, I can't with you no more, man. The Breakfast Club on Power 105.
That's a good World Star Ratchet cartoon. Bozo and Fiend.
Oh my
The story of
goodness.
Erica
Bozo
Mena
and the
and Rex
Fiend.
Olive.
The Breakfast Club on Power 105. L'Oreal.